Hello, good evening and welcome to Breaking Views on NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. It's a story which has been reported widely and of course as we have been speaking about it because the Congress refuses to let their own differences and the problems within their leaders to be not to be washed in public. And once again, Sachin Pilot versus Ashok Gehlot has come to the fore. And Pilot this time literally has put the Congress party on notice. Despite firing a warning shot, is the Congress going to take any action against Sachin Pilot is now the big question. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the day started with Sachin Pilot going ahead with his one-day unshan, the fast that has been given tension as far as Mr. Ashok Gehlot and the Congress party is concerned. The young Congress leader, though did not name anybody today, did not name, at least the Congress party did not name his own government today, but he carried out a precision strike, though it was targeted on Vasundhara Raje, but the clear target was Ashok Gehlot. The Congress party has condemned this, called this anti-party activity. Quite strong words. Many were saying that the Congress party doesn't take a stand. At least this time, the Congress seemed to have taken a stand as far as this entire situation is brewing in Rajasthan. These visuals were of Mr. Sachin Pilot's today's show of strength. He went back after his fast, met his supporters, trying to give out a clear message. But the Congress also, in no certain words, gave a message to Sachin Pilot late last night. Let's just take you with this to this statement which was released by Mr. Randhawa, the AICC secretary in charge of, in fact, Rajasthan. He said that Pilot's fast is against party's interest. It is anti-party activity. Issues can be discussed on party forums and not with media. And he also appealed for dialogue. Despite this, if Sachin Pilot has chosen to go ahead with this fast, where the Chief Minister of Rajasthan today came out with his video talking about, how his government is launching new policies. And this also came at a time, ladies and gentlemen, when Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, the top Congress leaders, who Sachin Pilot is seen as somebody who is close to them, were in Wayanad today. Rahul Gandhi had gone to his former constituency to talk to the people of Wayanad, to talk to his constituents. Should the Congress leaders not be firefighting what possibly could singe the Congress party's prospects in an election year going into the state of Rajasthan? The end of this year, Rajasthan is going to see elections. Congress will be up against a Bharatiya Janata Party, which is already actively campaigning against the Gehlot government. Let's first listen in to what Sachin Pilot said after his fast.
जहां तक देश में जहां भाजपा की सरकार है, चाहे वो आज कर्नाटक में सरकार हो, सब लोग जानते हैं कि वो 40% की सरकार है, कमीशन की सरकार है, और हम लगातार उनकी आलोचना भी कर रहे हैं। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जनता हमारे बातों को विश्वास कर भाजपा को वहां से बाहर, सत्ता के बाहर कर देगी। जहां वो शासन कर रहे हैं वहां मैं खुद कई मरतबा गया हूं भाजपा शासित प्रदेशों में, वहां जाके हमने अपनी बात को रखा है। और इसी काम को हम राजस्थान में करना चाहते हैं कि जब भाजपा का शासन था तो बहुत करप्शन हुआ था और वसुंधरा जी के जिम्मेदार हैं। उन स्पेसिफिक जो हमने उजागर किए थे मामले, उस पर कार्रवाई हुई नहीं। इसको लेकर आज मैंने अनशन किया था और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि करप्शन के विरुद्ध, भ्रष्टाचार के विरुद्ध जो दीमक की तरह इस देश को खोखला कर रही है, इस इशू को लेकर आज मैंने अनशन किया। और मैं समझता हूं देश भर में हमारी जो मुहिम है कि करप्शन के खिलाफ हम लोग कार्रवाई करें, इसको आज और गति मिलेगी।
This is not a new feud which is going on between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. It's a very long timeline. It started since 2018 when, Sachin Pilot, he wanted to be the Chief Minister of Rajasthan because he felt he led the party to victory in that election. In 2020, Sachin Pilot launched his first major revolt against Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. Pilot, with few of his supporting MLAs, went and camped in Delhi, where the allegation was that he was doing it on the behest of the BJP. He was meeting BJP leaders, trying to do a Jyotiraditya Scindia on Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan. Now, Pilot backed down in 2020 after the Gandhi stepped in. November 2022, Gehlot tells NDTV Pilot is a gaddar, a traitor. very harsh words were used. Pilot has never managed to have more than 20 MLAs with him. How can he think of becoming the Chief Minister of Rajasthan? Ladies and gentlemen, is the Congress its own worst enemy? That's the big question that needs to be asked. Let me first very quickly, because this is just not a problem related to Rajasthan or at least curtailed in Rajasthan. We have seen how the Congress party, they lost a government in Madhya Pradesh. There are power tussle going on in Chhattisgarh and also in Karnataka. I spoke to another leader who seems, or at least is said to be disgruntled, facing a similar situation in the state of Chhattisgarh about the prospects of Congress party and what is happening as far as the central leadership is concerned. T.S. Singhdeo spoke to me just a short while back. Listen in. Mr. Singhdeo, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. I want to start by asking you, sir, we were just talking to Hanuman Beniwal of what was happening or his, in fact, impressions of the Rajasthan problem. The Congress party has already termed Sachin Pilot's fast as anti-party activity. He's gone ahead with that fast. What and how do you see all these developments as a congressman?
Rajasthan has had a peculiar situation. We have a young firebrand leader and a very experienced chief minister. Our firebrand was the PCC president and also the deputy chief minister when the government was formed. But somehow there has been something or the other that is coming always to the fore. Lately, we hear that there is this unction. Basically, it is against the Vasundhara Raje government and Vasundhara Raje ji. Maybe the mention of not enough action has roped in the local government too. So it's a dicey situation. It's a tight situation. And last night, I believe, late last night, there was a direction from the in charge, AICC in charge for Rajasthan, where he mentioned that seeing to be speaking against the government would be taken as anti-party and disciplinary action would be liable. And also that he is in touch with Sachin ji and talking to him, and that Sachin is an asset for the party. So it seems to be a situation, unfortunately, which recurs in Rajasthan. We need to see that it settles.
Isn't this an act of rebellion, sir? Has Sachin Pilot crossed that Lakshman Rekha which the Congress party yesterday late night drew for him? Don't you see this as Bagawat?
As I was seeing it, in fact, what I said yesterday on television was a little different from what I'm saying today. Because I did not have any feedback of any instruction to Sachin to not go ahead with this. This came late last night. For the last 3, 4 days, 5 days, it has been in the media that Sachin holding this fast. And then overnight it came. So maybe it was difficult for Sachin to go back after having made arrangements and called the people to attend the program. It could have been awkward and difficult at that point in time. But before that, I did not hear anything about his having been warned not to hold this rally. So it's a tight say. It does appear to be crossing a line, and we must be very careful about that.
Mr. Singhdeo, you know, a lot of people, you yourself are having a similar problem with the Chief Minister in Chhattisgarh. It's not a hidden fact that there has been these murmurs of power change, of the promises which were made by the Congress leadership to you and then, of course, to Mr. Pilot. People are seeing both of you in the same fashion, in a same boat, both as rebels against their own party.
We are very different people in very different settings. The commonality was that there has been talk about the possibility of our being given the responsibility of the Chief Minister too. So that has been in the media. So that seems to make it a common sort of a thing. Otherwise, we are different people tied to the same party, having many common sentiments, but dealing with the situation in our own ways.
Would you mind if I ask you, are you also heading to a similar path as Sachin Pilot is, path of rebellion, a war path against the Congress party?
For one, I've never mentioned any promise having been made. there are discussions which take place behind closed doors, and one respects their privacy. What has been discussed out of public, let us say, purview or focus, it should stay there. So I have never mentioned anything about what took place during the discussions prior to the formation of government in Chhattisgarh in 2018. That apart, there is no rebellion brewing in Chhattisgarh for sure. I am going to be not going to any other party. I'm going to be in politics, is Congress. So I don't see anything like that happening in Chhattisgarh.
Everybody has to act responsibly is what Mr. T.S. Singh was saying. At least he's not, so far, he has not taken up the flag of rebellion as far as the Congress is concerned in Chhattisgarh. But is the Congress, and that's the question that I was asking, Sachin Pilot has put the Congress party on notice, is the Congress now, in this battle of Pilot versus Gehlot, Congress ka haath kiske saath, and is it going to sink the Congress party? To joining me on the broadcast to discuss this and the impact of this on the politics of Rajasthan, Mr. Shehzad Poonawalla. He is the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We are also being joined by Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, leans towards the Congress. I thank both of you. I welcome, gentlemen. Shehzad, and let me just give you, our viewers, a little context before I go to my guest. Shehzad, at one point of time, was associated with the Congress party. So he has seen, in fact, he also had few of the grouses against the Congress leadership, and that's why he has switched sides. Tehseen, in a way, still related somewhere to the Congress party. Tehseen, I want to start with you first. I mean, what we are seeing, this has been simmering in for a long, long time. If this is not an indication or representation of poor management, poor leadership of the Congress party, then what is it? It's state after state leaders fighting against themselves, a weak Congress leadership only letting this fight simmer.
So, Ankit, thank you so much for having me on the show. I think there are two aspects to your answer. Number one, Mr. Sachin Pilot is extremely clear he's not going to any other political party or forming any other party. Mr. Pilot was fasting against the corruption of the BJP, which in my opinion is one of the most corrupt political parties in our country. And he was fasting against the BJP. But I completely concede to your point that some leaders in the Congress misread it, and perceptionally it was bad that they asked him to take his protest back, whereas he was fasting against the BJP. But what I find amusing and hypocritical is the BJP today coming out and talking about an internal issue in the Congress. By the way, there is none in the Congress, when their own house in Rajasthan and the rest of the states is not in order. So the BJP is the last to preach on morality. The fast was against the corruption in the BJP, to which the BJP has no answers.
Shehzad, you know, having been part of the Congress party in distant past, if I can call it, how do you see these developments which are taking place? Tehseen is saying it's hypocritical of the BJP to point out and laugh at us when Sachin Pilot is actually attacking Vasundhara Raje.
You know, first of all, it is entirely the internal matter of the Congress. But because of this satta ki ladai for the last 4.5 years, people of Rajasthan have been subjected to absolute torture. The farmers have not got the loan waiver they were promised. The situation of women in Rajasthan, you know what has happened in Barmer. It is #1 in rapes, #1 in Dalit atrocities, and also a 26% unemployment rate in Rajasthan, over 20% for the last 1 year. That is where the BJP comes in, that we need an alternative and we need to rid both of these elements out of Rajasthan, because all they've been doing is fighting for power and saving the corrupt. And let me therefore tell you a couple of things. First of all, INC now stands for I Need Chair. And this chair ki ladai is taking place in Karnataka to DK versus Siddaramaiah. It is taking place in Maharashtra, Thorat versus Nana Patole. It is taking place in Punjab, Waring versus Sidhu. It is taking place in Chhattisgarh, Deo versus Bhupesh Baghel. And it is taking place in Rajasthan. So therefore the symptom may be Sachin Pilot, but the problem, the disease is somebody or something else. And that disease is the fact that there is no Niti, Neta or Netritva in the Congress party, and therefore you have Congress versus Congress, and therefore I advised Rahul Gandhi last 5 years ago also that first Congress jodo, then do Janta ko Congress se jodo. Bharat to jud chuka hai, Sardar Patel had united India long back.
But Shehzad, it is not a unique problem as far as the Congress is concerned. You named all those states, and in all these states, if you want, I can name a few leaders from your own party. But let me give you a very, very current example. That is of Mr. Jagdish Shettar in Karnataka, who has said that if the party doesn't give him ticket, he's going to fight independent. The party so far is going to announce the tickets in just a short while from now. There have been protests which has been taking place. Yediyurappa versus C.T. Ravi, Yediyurappa versus Nalin Katil, or in fact other leaders. That is prominent in Karnataka as well. In Rajasthan, there are camps, Vasundhara camp, Shekhawat camp, Rathore camp. So is it just a unique, exclusive problem of the Congress party, or is every party riddled with these kind of issues?
Ankit, I'll tell you why your analogy is absolutely wrong. And compare the BJP and the Congress. Actually, the two are not comparable, but let's, for instance, do that. First of all, please tell me, in the history of this country, a person who was supposed to be the Congress president, overnight he does a revolt and he says, I don't want to be Congress president, I will remain as Chief Minister. It has only happened in Congress party. Mr. Gehlot did that. Secondly, in Madhya Pradesh, Jyotiraditya Scindia left them, they have lost the government. In Karnataka, the MLAs left them, they have lost the government. Where in BJP's case, any of these bagavats, as you say, are there, has led to BJP losing the government or such a huge scale defection or falling apart of the party. In fact, if you see right from 1950s to 2023, the Congress has kept on splitting, because otherwise Tehseen will start blaming all the splits in the Congress on BJP. There have been multiple splits because the Congress ideologically has no core, it has weak leadership, and therefore these problems simmer. And I have a question. Question to ask. One last question to ask. Look, if it was about corruption, you're telling me Sukhjinder Randhawa, a man who's probably spent 40 years in the Congress party, has been hoodwinked by this protest, and Tehseen Poonawalla, who's not spent 4 days in the Congress, knows more. I mean,
Okay, let Tehseen respond to this. Tehseen, you know, why Shehzad can go on in one breath and attack the Congress party is because the Congress gives that opportunity to their opponents. Because, you know, the fight between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot potentially can sink the Congress in the upcoming elections.
The Congress is winning Karnataka with over 130 seats. Ankit, 13th May, I will join you. Please call the BJP spokesperson. It's winning Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Please call the BJP spokesperson. It is winning these states. The BJP is rattled because the corruption today is exposed. It's the biggest news, and everybody now knows there's corruption in Rajasthan. They have been fighting in Karnataka. They couldn't so far declare a seat. Now they're going to declare the seat. So now, he spoke about P.S. Singh Deorji and Bhupesh Baghel ji. P.S. Singh Deorji, just before the BJP spokesperson came on your show, told you that there is no fighting in Chhattisgarh, told you what the High Command had made no such promise. This is what I say about the BJP. They manufacture a story and then believe their own story. The highest unemployment is in Haryana. The highest employment in the last 45 years is in the country. By the same logic, the most honorable Prime Minister, honorable Haryana Chief Minister should resign. That the BJP spokesperson won't comment on. One last point. The fact of the matter is, Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot are potent forces. They are the tallest leaders in Rajasthan.
Right.
Yes, I agree and concede to the point. Sachin Pilot ji does have political aspirations. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay. But the party is united.
Okay, Shehzad, before I go to Shehzad, Tehseen, very quickly in conclusion, Congress drew a red line yesterday that this is anti-party. Once you name somebody anti-party, it's liable for some kind of a disciplinary reaction. Is the Congress going to take some action against Sachin Pilot?
Ridiculous notice that was. I've tweeted about it. That is having no political sense. These people around the leadership should think and put out notices. The Congress should have jumped onto this protest of Sachin Pilot and supported it. Okay. So some of these are very rookie mistakes the Congress made. That I completely concede to. Okay. Absolutely immature behavior.
Okay, Shehzad, is there some space for Sachin Pilot possibly in political future as far as the BJP is concerned?
Has he left the Congress party?
If he does.
I don't answer hypothetical questions. I don't do mundan of a child who's not born. But having said that,
you don't answer hypothetical questions, but you can make hypothetical, suggestions about we are winning this, we are winning that. But I'm just asking you, is there any space? Because we have seen Congress leaders coming to the BJP.
Ankit, I did not make that. Actually, you're confusing the wrong Poonawalla. You're talking about the Poonawalla who's with the Parivar.
I'm talking about the general spokesperson about their blusters, but please go ahead.
Ankit, please, man. I did not make any hypothetical claims. My claims are rooted in reality, not in hypothetical la-la land. And having said that, please tell me, if there was no fight, it was Gehlot ji on your channel when he had said that Sachin Pilot is Gaddar. he had said निकम्मा है रगड़ाई नहीं हुई. Are these statements made by me or are these statements made by Gehlot? Also, Thorat ji quit in Maharashtra and has openly said that Nana Patole is the reason why he's quitting. Is there no fight there?
Right.
Mr. Siddaramaiah has said that I will be the chief minister. Who is this DK Shivkumar? Is this my statement? So Tehseen can live in Alice in Wonderland, but the fact of the matter is everybody knows that Rajasthan has suffered because of both these entities constantly fighting and only because of their power gains.
All right, gentlemen. Mr. Poonawala's, if I can say that, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast. Our viewers hopefully won't confuse one for the other. But very quickly, because we are talking about Rajasthan, one important factor in Rajasthan is in the future of the politics, whether Sachin Pilot, whatever options he has, and we will put out some options of Sachin Pilot as well, of what he can do politically. In those permutation combination, one important factor is going to be Mr. Hanuman Beniwal. Though his party has only 3 members of Legislative Assembly and 1 Lok Sabha, he is openly asking Sachin Pilot to come out of the Congress and join him in this battle against BJP and the Congress. Listen in to what Hanuman Beniwal told me just a short while back. Beniwal साहब बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. सबसे पहले सर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, सचिन पायलट का जो आज एक दिन का अनशन था बड़ी शांति से गुजर गया. कांग्रेस ने कल एक लक्ष्मण रेखा खींच दी थी कि ये एंटी पार्टी एक्टिविटी है. ये जो सारी गतिविधि है इसको आप कैसे देख रहे हैं?
जी देखिए, ये मजाक है राजस्थान की जनता के साथ. अब समय आ गया कि पायलट अगर पार्टी छोड़ के, कांग्रेस छोड़ के अगर दूसरी पार्टी बनाते हैं, दूसरों के साथ आते हैं जिनका खुद का वजूद रहेगा, नहीं जिनका वजूद खत्म हो जाएगा खुद का भी. पिछली बार भी 18 के अंदर राजस्थान की जनता ने जो कांग्रेस 99 पे आई थी, हम लोग भी लड़े थे, 3 विधायक हमारे भी आए थे, बीजेपी 72 पे आई थी, तभी सचिन पायलट को देख के वोट दिया था. ये सही है कि सचिन ने बहुत मेहनत करी थी और कांग्रेस ने सामूहिक नेतृत्व में पायलट को लीड करते हुए ये 99 पे आए. उसके बाद जो मानेसर एपिसोड हुआ और उससे पहले जब 18 के अंदर आए, इन्होंने मेरे से भी अपील करी थी और 3 विधायकों का समर्थन मैंने पायलट को दिया. अगर पायलट को सीएम बनाते हैं तो आरएलपी कांग्रेस का साथ देती है. और सरकार गिराने के समय मानेसर गए, तभी मैं बीजेपी के साथ, मेरे 3 विधायक थे, हम गहलोत सरकार को हटाना चाहते थे. उस समय इनके तय हुआ कि क्या ये सीएम बनेंगे, लोगों के 2 महीने में बन रहा हूँ, 3 महीने में बन रहा हूँ. लेकिन अब 4.5 साल हो गए और अब अचानक से अनशन करके अगर ये सोचे कि मैं घर जाके बैठ जाऊँ और इससे वोट मिल जाएगा, इससे वोट नहीं मिलेगा. इनको खुल के सड़कों पर आना होगा. और अगर ये खुल के आते हैं सड़कों पे और पार्टी बनाते हैं तो आरएलपी भी इनका साथ देगी, गठबंधन करेगी और आरएलपी और पायलट की पार्टी मिलकर 100+ सीटें राजस्थान में जीतेगी. राजस्थान का जवान और किसान मन बना चुका है. भय मुक्त, अपराध मुक्त राजस्थान के जो जिस तरह पेपर लीक मामले में जो जिस तरह रेप की घटनाएं हुई, अपराध में नंबर 1 राजस्थान हुआ और बजरी से लेके जिस तरह माफिया राजस्थान में पनपा है. राजस्थान का आम आवाम, राजस्थान की जनता बदलाव चाहते हैं. वो कांग्रेस बीजेपी से छुटकारा चाहते हैं. लेकिन पायलट कांग्रेस में रह के अगर वो कोई काम करना चाहते हैं, वो दूसरी बात करते तो चन्नी साबित हो जाएंगे. कोई नहीं पूछने वाला राजस्थान, भूल जाएंगे लोग इनको.
आपकी कुछ सचिन पायलट से बात अलग बनाए, क्योंकि जो भाषा आप आज कह रहे हैं, जो मुद्दे आप गिना रहे हैं, वही बिल्कुल भाषा सचिन पायलट बोलते नजर आ रहे थे. तो आपकी कुछ बातचीत हुई सचिन पायलट से इस बारे में?
वो तो मैं तो मेरी तो बातचीत होती रहती है ना, लेकिन मैं तो हमेशा कहता हूँ पार्टी बनाओ अलग है. ऐसे भाई मैंने तो पार्टी बनाई ना अलग. मैंने वसुंधरा से लड़ाई लड़ी, अलग पार्टी बनाई और 2009 में ये आरोप लगाया कि गहलोत वसुंधरा एक है, इसलिए आंतरिक लोकतंत्र को जिंदा रखने के लिए बीजेपी छोड़ के सड़क पाया. मैं जब आम किसान का बेटा पार्टी बना के लड़ सकता हूँ तो सचिन पायलट के पिताजी तो बहुत बड़े नेता थे देश में. ये खुद डिप्टी सीएम रहे, दिल्ली में मिनिस्टर रहे. इनको किस चीज की आवश्यकता, बनानी चाहिए पार्टी.
जाट गुज्जर की जो राजनीति है राजस्थान में वो कभी एक साथ तो दिखाई पड़ी नहीं. तो इस बार क्या अगर सचिन पायलट और बेनीवाल साहब साथ आते हैं तो जाट गुज्जर समाज पूरा आपके पीछे आएगा क्या?
100% डाल देगा वोट, 100%, 99 भी नहीं, 100%. और हमारे साथ एससी आएगा, मुस्लिम आएगा जी, यादव आएगा, मीणा आएगा.
आम आदमी पार्टी से भी कुछ फॉर्मेशन की बातचीत चल रही है किसी फॉर्मूले पर? सचिन पायलट अगर बाहर आके आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ जाते हैं या आम आदमी पार्टी बेनीवाल और सचिन पायलट एक मोर्चा बनाते हैं, ऐसी भी कुछ बातें चल रही हैं सर?
देखिए, हमें तो कोई परहेज नहीं. मैं कह रहा हूँ आम आदमी पार्टी, तमाम जो दल कांग्रेस बीजेपी के खिलाफ लड़ रहे हैं, हम सड़कों पर लड़ रहे हैं, हाउस में लड़ रहे हैं, विधानसभा लोकसभा में लड़ रहे हैं, तो तमाम दल साथ आते तो अच्छी बात है ना. हम आगामी दिनों में एक बड़ी रैली भी करेंगे जयपुर में, जिसमें देश के तमाम दल जो कांग्रेस बीजेपी के खिलाफ, उनको एक साथ खड़े दिखेंगे आपको.
सर आपसे आपकी भी कुछ बातचीत चल रही है क्या?
नहीं, मेरी तो कोई बात नहीं हुई. मेरे बेटी की बर्थडे में जरूर चीफ मिनिस्टर भगवंत मान जो मेरे मित्र हैं और केजरीवाल जी भी आए थे, उसमें तो बीजेपी के नेता भी आए थे, कांग्रेस के नेता भी थे, उसमें डीएमके भी थे, बीएसपी की सपा सब नेता थे। वो एक कार्यक्रम था, लेकिन पॉलिटिकली हमारी कोई बात आप पार्टी से इस मामले में नहीं हुई अभी तक।